In this video, we're going to uncover why video testimonials, or impact stories as I call them, are some of the most powerful videos you can create for your business. Let me start with a statement that might surprise some business owners. The most powerful video you can create for your business is not a commercial, it's not a flashy brand video, and it's not even an ad. The most powerful video you can create is a customer impact story. Customer impact story is a testimonial video that shows the transformation a real customer experienced working with your company. And in this episode, I want to explain something that most businesses completely miss. When these videos are done correctly, they're not just marketing content. They become trust engines that quietly sell your services 24 hours a day. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you the simple structure that turns an ordinary testimonial into a persuasive impact story that actually drives new business. Because the reality is this: most testimonial videos fail, and they fail for a very specific reason. You've probably seen these before. A business owner sets up a camera, sits a customer down, and asks, "So what did you think about working with us?" And the customer usually says something like, "You were great, very professional, I would highly recommend you," and then the video ends. From a marketing perspective, that video does almost nothing. There's no story, there's no context, there's no emotional connection. And most importantly, there's no transformation. And transformation is what actually builds up trust and credibility, which is why I prefer the term impact story instead of testimonial, because you're trying to highlight that impact. Because what we're documenting is not a compliment, we're documenting the impact a company had on someone's life or business. And I think when you frame testimonial videos this way, it changes everything. There's a fundamental rule in human psychology. People do not trust claims, they trust stories. When a business says that they're the best, that's marketing talking. When a customer explains how their situation improved after working with that business, that becomes evidence. And evidence is what removes doubt. And doubt is the #1 obstacle in every buying decision. Think about the last time that you hired a contractor, or you bought an expensive product, or trusted someone with a big project. You were not out there just looking for information. You were looking for proof. You were looking for proof that someone else already trusted this company and came out the better side all the better for it. Proof that the experience was positive and that the result was worth the investment. You see, impact stories provide exactly that proof. The reason impact stories are so powerful is because they follow a structure that humans naturally understand, and that's the structure of transformation. Every effective impact story contains 3 simple stages: the before, during, and after. Before the customer worked with the company, what problems were they dealing with? What frustration existed for them? Basically, what wasn't working. Then comes the experience of working with the company. What stood out? What was different? What made the process smooth or successful? And finally, the most important part is the outcome, the transformative event. What changed after the project was complete? What improved in their life and their home and their business? That transformation is what creates emotional engagement, because the viewer starts thinking something powerful. They start thinking, if this worked for someone else, maybe it'll work for me. They put themselves in your customer's shoes. And if you follow my content for a while, you know I talk about something called the 3S model: specific person, specific problem, specific solution. Impact stories demonstrate this model perfectly, because instead of speaking to a broad, wide audience, you're showing how your company helped a specific type of customer. Maybe it's a homeowner dealing with a frustrating renovation issue. Maybe it's a family that needed more space. Maybe it's a business owner struggling to generate leads. When you show a real person explaining a real problem and the solution your company delivered, the message becomes incredibly powerful. Your ideal customer sees themselves in that story, and that creates immediate credibility. There's another reason these videos work so well: something called social proof. Human beings naturally look at the experiences of others when deciding what to do. Basically, if dozens of people say a restaurant is amazing, you're more likely to try it. If homeowners consistently explain how a contractor transformed their house, that contractor immediately becomes more trustworthy. And impact stories are essentially high-powered social proof. Why not utilize this? Because instead of written reviews on websites, you're seeing a real person speaking about their experience. You can see their emotion. You can hear that in their tone of voice. And you could, most importantly, see the finished project. And that level of authenticity is incredibly persuasive. This is also where many businesses make a strategic mistake. They jump straight into advertising. They run ads. They promote offers. They try to generate leads immediately. But they skip the most important step. And that step is building trust, the consideration phase of your customer's buying journey. Impact stories are one of the most foundational pieces of what I call a brand-first video system. When someone lands on your website, when they visit your page, when they research your company before making a decision, these videos quietly do some extremely heavy lifting on your behalf. They're answering the questions every prospect is already asking internally. Does this company deliver results? Do customers actually enjoy working with them? And most importantly, can I trust these people? Each impact story becomes another piece of proof. And when you stack multiple stories together, something very powerful happens. The risk in the buyer's mind starts to disappear. Now, here's where most companies get it wrong. They end up focusing on compliments instead of transformation. But the most persuasive impact stories focus on three elements. First is the problem that they had. The viewer needs to understand the situation the customer was facing. Second, the experience. What was the process like working with the company? What stood out about the team? And third is the outcome. Again, the transformative moment. What tangible change occurred because of the project? Did the home transform? Did the business grow? Did stress disappear? The stronger the contrast between the before and after, the more powerful the story becomes. And most businesses underestimate this element of things. Impact stories compound. 1 testimonial is helpful, 5 testimonials build credibility, but 10 testimonials create authority. Suddenly, your business is not just claiming to be great, you have an entire library of proof. Every story reinforces the next one, and that creates something incredibly valuable. That builds trust at scale. So if you're a business owner watching this, here's the key takeaway. Do not treat testimonials like an afterthought. Treat them like strategic assets because that's what they are. Every successful project you complete is an opportunity to capture a story. And these stories are some of the most persuasive marketing tools that you can create. Because at the end of the day, people are not just buying a service, they are buying the belief that their situation can improve. Impact stories show them exactly what that transformation looks like. And that's why they're one of the most powerful videos your business can produce. The companies winning right now are not just running ads. They're building a system that establishes expertise, showcases customer transformations, and positions their brand as the trusted choice before the call. So if you run a home improvement company and you're trying to grow past the inconsistent lead flow and you want to generate 30 to 50K in additional monthly revenue and you're curious what this could look like for your company, I have a page linked below that leads down to the 5-phase system I'm discussing in this video that'll help you get a little bit more clarity around this system. Check it out below and see if it makes sense for your business. So that's going to do it for me, guys, for this one. If you like what you heard here and you want to support me, please like the video and subscribe. Thanks. I'll see you in the next video.